All right, I'm going to give you guys some quick instructions as to how to tape down this booklet. First thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to remove my tooling. Okay, I'm just going to slide my T-square out of the way. I'm going to grab my booklet. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to find the pages that I need to work on. We're going to be talking about how to do taping on this page right here, which is page 4. First thing you're going to need is some tape. I've got it in a cool tape dispenser. Up front, you're going to need about this much tape. If you use your thumb as a reference, okay, I'll stick it on my thumb here as a reference, you're going to need about that much. After you get it, stick it onto a piece of clothing. We want to de-sticky that tape a little bit. Okay? Then rip the tape into 4 pieces. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just take my T-square, I'm going to set it on top of my paper, and I'm going to use one of these lines right here as my reference. Okay, it doesn't matter if you use the top or the bottom of your T-square. The only thing that matters is that you got your edge nice and tight. Once you have it, go ahead and I'm going to put a piece of tape right here in the center. I'm going to put another piece in the center. Push my paper over and down and over and down. Now, if you had a paper where you needed to draw on both sides, don't trust that this paper is square to this paper. They're photocopies. There's nothing I can do. So you're going to have to square it each time. So consider this piece one piece of paper individual. Consider this to be one individual piece. Notice it's flopping in the wind. I don't care. Okay. You can then go ahead and start working on this assignment. First thing you're going to do is you're going to take pencil, set it on the line, bring your T-square up to that, and draw your line from point to point. Come in here again, set it on there, bring your T-square up, make sure your T-square is tight against the edge, draw your line across. Continue on. If you want to try to get a little fancy when you have your pencil sharp, try putting a little twist when you're drawing your line. It'll give you a little sharper of a line. All right. Next one is asking you to use a combination of 2 tools. So again, set it on there. You're going to have to use pressure downward on the paper and T-square. Okay. And so on, and you'd complete that. All right, so next thing that we're going to do is we're going to work on the 45-degree angles here using the 45-degree tool that I have here. So again, set your pencil on here and go ahead and draw your line. All right, and so on and so forth. Next, we're going to draw 45-degree lines. Again, notice this time, before it was showing that we draw our lines up. This time it wants us to draw our lines down. Same thing again. Try to keep your lines inside the box. All right. And then obviously you're going to complete all of these lines. I'm just doing this as a reference for you. Lastly, that you are going to do is you're going to go ahead and put your name. Best technical script that you possibly can. Last name, comma, first initial. What we're going to do in this assignment, it's going to be very similar to our previous assignment on page 4, where we were setting up for drawing our lines. This time what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using our 30/60 and our t-square in order to create our lines. First thing that you're going to do is you are going to line up your booklet. Now remember, our booklet is only going to be used one side at a time. So meaning if I'm working on the left-hand side of my booklet, I'm going to tape down my left-hand side of the booklet. If I'm working on the right-hand side of the booklet, I'm only going to tape down the right-hand side of the booklet. So I've got that squared up. I've got my 4 pieces of tape ready here. Remember to de-sticky them by simply sticking them on a piece of clothing a couple times. If you don't de-sticky them, you take a very good chance of ripping your paper. All right, so now this time I'm going to need my 30/60 triangle. You'll notice that my orientation of my triangle is the same orientation as here. I'm just going to come in here, set my pencil on the mark, and draw my angle. All right. I would continue doing that throughout all these marks here. Next thing I'm going to do is they're going to want me to do the following. Draw additional 30-degree lines, match the given line width and appearance. So notice this time what they want us to do is they now want us to create something called a hidden line or a broken line. So this time I'm going to simply come in here, make sure my t-square is nice and tight. And I'm just going to try to mimic what they are doing. If you're not exactly the same, that's okay. We're only just learning how to do this. All right, and you'd continue on with that. You'll notice now I'm switching to another style line. So this was a hidden line. This is now what we call a center line. So we're going to switch the orientation of our triangle. So now we're going to create 60-degree lines. So it's a long line, space, short line, space, long line. Long line, space, short line, space, long line. All right, I'll do that a couple more times for you. Long line, space, short line, short space, long line. Okay, continue on with that going across. Next, they would like us to draw a 60-degree line just matching the width and appearance. So again, it's a solid line. Make sure that we've got this on here. Line up our mark. Project down. Project down. You are using your tools in combination with each other, okay? Now, that is that for this piece here. You're going to go ahead, put your name in here again. If you need to change your board angle, you can. Change your body angle, whatever you got to do. Best technical script.